Anime has been on a roll this season, pumping out bangers after bangers. But they're not being pumped out of nowhere. Anime studios across the world, specifically in Japan, has been grinding and pushing the boundaries of animation in recent times. But there's been one studio that's been taking up projects like crazy, and not only that, been producing results. Mappa has been going ham in the anime world as of late, and they seemingly came out of nowhere just a couple years ago. But not really. Because the studio would be founded by the legendary animator Masao Murayama at the age of 70, who actually co-founded Madhouse back in the day, who were responsible for animations that look like this. After years of working at Madhouse, he decided to make his own animation studio as he felt that Madhouse started to limit his creative freedom as the company became bigger and bigger and more incorporated, which would eventually lead to the founding of Mappa on June 2011. And by the way, Mappa stands for Moriyama Animation Produced Project Association. That is a mouthful. One of the first anime series that Mappa produced was Kids on the Slope. And with its success, during Maruyama's reign as CEO of the studio, they were able to produce many other projects including Terror in Resonance, Shingeki no Bahamut Genesis, Punchline, etc. But as the company became larger and took on more projects, ironically Mappa started to become the one thing that Maruyama was trying to escape when he left Madhouse. So in 2016, he would step down from Mappa and create another studio called Studio M2. But before he left, he decided to appoint Otsuka as the new CEO of the studio. This was the start of a new era, and would signify the studio's rise to global prestige. Like with the release of Yuri on Ice in 2016, which would take the studio international. This would also be the year In This Corner of the World would be released to the public after working on the project since the beginning of its establishment. But it would be until the new decade that the studio would practically explode. Not like that, but explode in popularity. The studio went crazy, producing anime after anime after anime. And not just any anime, the type of anime that would take the world by storm. From Dorohedoro, Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, and of course, Attack on Titan. Mappa has been going ham in the anime world these past couple of years, and their future looks pretty damn solid with projects like Hell's Paradise and Season 2 of Vinland Saga. But there are two sides of every coin and success. The side that we see, and the side that we don't see. Which is all the work that it takes to make all the crazy animations that we come to know as anime today. Due to Mappa's success, they started to take more work at a stricter schedule to get them produced. And this results in longer and more stressful work conditions for the people involved, which has become a well-known criticism in the anime industry for years. But I have a feeling that AI is going to help in future animations very soon, because we have decades of animated data to explore, thanks to the wonderful studios in Japan. Speaking of Japan, Mappa Studio is located in Tokyo, Japan, with over 360 employees working for their studio. The studio has a solid team of talented directors and animators under their belt. And with the recent popularity around the world, investors and authors will be looking more towards the studio for future projects. So Mappa is still doing pretty well. And once it solves its work condition problems, it will do even better in the eyes of the public. And hopefully they start to use and utilize AI in their projects to, ease the work conditions for all their animators and directors out there. I'm curious to see where Mappa is going to end up in the future, because it is still quite a young studio and has so much potential for what it's going to become. So I wish it the best, and so far it's doing a pretty damn good job. Thanks for watching, guys.